Evening, everybody. Hope everybody's had a good week. Been a busy week for me, that's for sure. I said last week I was staying in a boathouse. I spent 3 days on it because I got rained out Thursday evening, and then they was calling for rain come in Saturday. What it did, so I didn't work on it. That I usually don't work on Fridays, guys. I try to fish, and I did. I fished with Sam. That video's coming up next Wednesday, and it's a special video. I'll tell you about it some next Wednesday at this time. I don't want to go into it right now. But I went back down there today to finish the back of the boathouse where I had to get in the water. I had to put a ladder in the water because steps go up from the ground to the back of the boathouse on top. And then a bulkhead. The bulkhead must have been about, oh gosh, I was trying to guess it, 250 feet. Yeah, it's got a big piece of property. So I got in the water. Water came up above my knees, about 6, 8 inches to a foot, couple places. Where I stepped over some rocky areas. I had hip boots on, guys. The water's 70 degrees here now. I had hip boots on. And it was easier. I already have to bend over and crawl on the ground, right? And I could do the front edge and do the top and do the inside edge. I just leaned over to the grass. So got that done today and came home and jumped in the shop and started making baits. So I've been busy. I just come in from the shop. Tomorrow I'm going to power wash a house. Yeah, guys, still trying to get things done. Virginia Shad. I'm trying to hold it close so y'all can see the colors in it. Yeah, you can see it's just a good color. It's a dark smoke, and as you seen how I made it, silver, blue, and chartreuse flake. The chartreuse flake gives it that little umph for a crappie. Crappie like chartreuse, got candy to them in it. Now this is the sub. Let me pull this piece of cardboard up here, or heavy paper. See that little tail? One of y'all commented about that. There it is. Yeah, the little tail has grabbers on the back edge. See how the back end of it's a little, right at the tail of it, right at the turn. See how it's a little darker? It's got these little grabbers on it. Yeah, so when you move in the water, it's got to move. Guys, I've caught a lot of fish. It's 1.25 inches long. It's got a good thick body. Okay, I've caught a lot of fish on that thing. I've seen Sam, I think he was on the Eno River, and his brother was using it, catching crappie with it last fall. So it's a good bait, works good. I've got it in some good colors. That's Virginia Shad. I think I have it in that. I got Virginia Shad in a lot of stuff. I just got done shooting Virginia Shad in the shop and a new bait that's coming. Now, saying that's Friday. The video you watched today was two weeks ago. Actually, about 16 days ago. And that's why I call it a throwback. I made enough videos because I knew rain and weather was coming, and I didn't use them all, and I was going to just delete it. I said, no, I'm not going to delete it. It's a good video. I think I mentioned this last week. It's a good video. It's got some good catches in it on swim baits. And I don't make enough videos about the swim baits. As you can see in that video, no problem catching fish with those swim baits. If you're fishing fish that's less than 10 foot, great time to throw those swim baits. I know guys here that flatline in May and June, and that's what they use. They use swim baits, you know. Some of them are using a shiner, and that's what they do. They just flatline it back there, probably put it on 1/16 and put it way up behind the boat. I run into them once in a while, and I see them going up a cove or something, up a creek, and that's what they're doing. All right, great bait, and it comes in a lot of colors. The shiner does, the chaos does. I was catching most of them on the chaos in that video, but I was throwing the shiner some too. But I made a video on the shiner a couple weeks ago, right? Catch them on the shiner. They work great. I got the little 1.5-inch swim bait. I seen somebody else made a video on YouTube last night. I haven't watched it yet. I wanted to watch it. And he's using the Bobby Garland 1.5-inch bait with a little knobby tail. It's by Bobby Garland. Well, I've got one too. And I don't know if he was putting it on a slider head or not. And they also make this little offset jig head, a lead jig with a hook in it. And the hook has a funny little, goes straight up, bends down. And you know, I don't know what they call it. I've got some. I found them in my old box. I've got a lot of old boxes of baits, guys. I've been giving stuff away to local kids, selling stuff. I've got a lot of bass baits. I used to fish bass tournaments years ago. I gave my neighbor boy a box of crankbaits, bass crankbaits. I made some good stuff. Some of them baits are $8, $9 a piece or more, and it must have had 30 or 40 in it. I just gave them to him. He fishes a lot. He fishes the high school league. So trying to get this stuff in the hands of people that's going to use it. You know what I'm saying? That's more important to me than anything. I want somebody that's going to use it. All right, y'all ready? So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I say, next Wednesday is going to be with Sam. I hadn't even edited it yet, guys. And actually, I done made the Port of Cats for this coming Sunday. I made it Tuesday. Made it yesterday. I fished yesterday and made it. And I got to do the shop parts yet. And yeah, I got a lot of time in the shop. And again, Friday's video is going to be on a new mode. I'm going to shoot it for the first time in front of y'all. We're going to shoot it. And you'll get to see it. So I'm not going to talk more about that. Y'all get to see it then. That's what I've been working on in the shop. And again, I'll explain next Wednesday. I might show it to you, explain to you what I'm doing. All right? And my video next Wednesday is going to explain it some too. Y'all ready? So we'll find the lot out next Wednesday. 263. Okay. I see Caitlin Clark right here at the corner. They're sharing something. I done watched a couple of videos where they played that Brazilian team. She made a 36-foot shot. And they made a short of it. It's on YouTube and a short too. Yeah, most of the men don't shoot back that far. She crossed half court, hit the logo, and shot. She's amazing. And even they beat the team pretty bad. If any of y'all watched it, I don't remember the score. It was like 104 or 5 to 50. 45, 50. And that other team, the Brazilian team, after the game, come over and had her shot signing their jerseys and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. How often you get beat by a team, but you want their signatures? Yeah, she's just a good natural player, but she's been playing. If you ever checked her out, go back and watch when she was 5, 6, 7 years old. She was playing on boys' teams. Yeah. She's been playing since she was young, guys. That's what it takes. Golf, I had a guy stop me at Walmart the other day, and he said, you catching any fish? And I was in there just looking around to see what they got and stuff, and I talked to 2 older men. I talked to them for a little while, and I showed them a couple pictures of fish on my phone, and they went, oh, my gosh. I said, where are y'all fishing at? We're fishing a couple ponds. Well, see, I knew then. The ponds that I fish in, I tried to film there a couple times, and people don't want to watch them. I can sit there and catch crappie after crappie, but they're 7 to 9 inches, right? You catch a 9-inch or a 10-inch, you go like, wow. So some ponds are good though. I know a pond I can't fish in that has big crappie in it, but he puts minnows in it. He has the minnow truck. A friend of mine has fished it. He has the minnow truck come to the pond and dump minnows in it, every once in a while. That's what it takes. If you ain't feeding them, they ain't gonna get big. But I told him, I said, how often do you fish? Well, I've been once or twice this year. I said, fishing's like golf, basketball, cornhole. If you don't throw cornhole and you get somebody that throws a couple times a week, they're going to eat you alive. You're not going to have a chance. Down one time, down back, and they're done. They don't beat you. They're going to skunk you. Golf's the same way. If you don't play golf very often, you're not going to beat these. I know guys that play a lot, and I hear people bragging on them. Man, he shoots a 75. He shoots a 70. Because they play all the time. I don't play golf. I live in a golf community, and I don't play golf. Fishing's not any difference. If you more you fish, you catch on to it. These guys that fish these tournaments, crappie tournaments, they're tough. They're gonna be tough to beat. You just keep a feel for it, don't you? You know what to do. You know where to go. Yep, 263. Y'all know what I'm saying. Guaranteed somebody will say, I agree with you. If you go to a strange lake, and some of these guys that fish it a lot, you don't have a chance. Most of these guys go pre-fish, they check it out, they fish it ahead of time. All right, I wrote down 226, it's knocked out already, 234. All right, that's what I'm stopping for. I'm writing down the numbers. The number is 263. All right, 263. Yeah, I think fishing's like any other sport. And I talk to a lot of local people that ask me that, and I show them a couple of pictures, and they're like, how are you catching all these fish? I said, I keep up with them. I keep up with the season. I can know where they're at. I know what they're trying to do. I know what area they're going to be in. 251, knocked it out again. And see, some of these guys have only fished twice this year. They don't even know where to start. They got to start by going looking, right? So if you don't have but 4 hours to fish, they spend a lot of time looking. Let's say they get lucky and stop somewhere. Now I'm going to change my mind on one question on that. Now they're starting to move to docks. Tuesday, I caught a bunch off docks. Now all we got to do is start fishing docks. That's right. If they got live scope, they can find them on docks and go on. If not, they're going to have to start fishing docks till they find some. Every dock's not the same. Promise you. There can be 6 docks in a row, and one of them will be loaded. And 1 or 2 of them might have a handful on it or none. Most of them have none on it. Promise you. With live scope, I check them a lot. That's how it is. And y'all know what I'm saying. Now, we're playing we had 2 people with 351. Excuse me. That's 351. The number is 263, and I had a 251. I almost made a mistake there. That's a 3. 268. Number's 263. He's over. I go back and check myself every time. 243. We got a 251. That's it. Let's go up and check his 251. So I get talking to y'all. I ain't careful. That's what I do. Yeah, not all docks the same. And I can tell you right now, I can go on the main channel. They're on the creeks right now. They're on docks on the creeks. They're going to move to the channel here in about another 3 weeks. And I can go out there and look up through there, and I can sit there and count 15 docks. And out of that 15, 2 of them will have crappie and have a bunch of crappie on them, have 20 to 30 crappie on them. And certain docks seem to hold the bigger crappie. Now, I heard Brad talking about that on brush piles the other night. He said, oh, on all our brush piles, same. Some brush piles hold nothing but small crappie. They don't never seem to hold bigger crappie. And if it's a real big brush pile, most time it's got, he said, a lot of times they got smaller crappie on them. If you find a small brush pile where it's just a couple limbs or something small, closer to the channel and the edge of the drop, it usually has the bigger crappie on it. Docks are the same way. I just keep jumping them till I find some of the bigger fish. And they move around a lot too. I mean, that always don't say it. But I got about 20 docks that I fish a lot. And out of that 20, 10 of them usually have fish on them every time I go to them. And sometimes after I make a video or catch a bunch, I'll just go looking. I'll put my trolling motor up on 6 or 7. I'll cruise pretty good. Turn my live scope to if the bank's on my left, dock's on my left, I'll turn my live scope to the left and just let her go, let her rip. When I get to the dock, I'll look around a little bit, hammer down to the next one. And I'll check out a bunch of docks. Just trying to find, something I've overlooked. Maybe somebody's added a brush pile during the winter. That's a plus. If they got a brush pile in the boat slip, all that makes a difference. I can tell you, anything like that can make a big difference on whether crappie going to use it or not. All right, guys, appreciate y'all. There you go. Clint 251 won it. I'll email him, tell him to send me his address. If you win, just go ahead and send me your address. I don't have to hunt for it. And I'll get mine out to you. Get all these pretty baits in Virginia shad. All right? That Virginia shad is just a great fish catching color. It's just natural looking. If your water visibility is if it's anywhere better than 1.5 foot and better, it'll work great for you. You're not going to have any issues. I said I was working on a boathouse day. It's on the other end of the lake. Y'all heard me say how clear it was? I could see the bottom. I saw the water ain't that deep here. I can see the bottom easily at the bulkhead. I'm probably going to do a lot of bending over. I jumped in the water. Like I said, the water came up about 1 foot above my knees, which is about 3 foot. When I was looking at it, I figured it was about 15 inches. I can see the bottom easy. I can see rocks. I can see everything easily, crystal clear to the bottom. The other end of the lake, on this lake, stays clear. Yeah, if we get some dirty water, it'll be dirty just for a little bit, but it clears up faster. This end, we call it the river end, it's dirtier. And it's got farms and stuff on this end too. We got a lot of farmland. It's about probably 2 miles of the upper end. There's very few houses, mostly farmland and woods and stuff. So that's probably adds to a lot of it, doesn't it? See y'all guys next week. Gonna be a dual color next week in the LC shad. Y'all stay tuned. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate your orders. Stuff's on sale. A lot of y'all buying stuff. I sent 3 orders out this morning. All of them had sale stuff in it. I got stuff in almost every bait shape it's got something on sale in it. I have, bugs, crickets, you name it. Tadpoles, Tadpole Juniors. I got stuff on $1.99 up. Appreciate y'all. See you next time.